So today I'm going to talk about something that I really didn't want to talk about at all. It is something that I keep doing to myself, and I am working on it, but it's not something I really wanted to talk about. And it is why I have been ghosting this channel basically for the last little while. And what I'm talking about is self-sabotage and a general feeling of unworthiness, and then, all of the underlying stuff that comes with it. So anyway, I'm going to take you to my meeting, my business meeting. No, you're not going to see my business meeting, but I'm going to take you on the journey there, maybe even on the way back. But anyway, tune in for some stuff that I probably didn't want to have to share. Probably a little bit TMI as well, but I want to be truthful. And when I'm doing these vlogs, I want to be completely transparent and open and truthful. So come and join me if you want to hear the nitty-gritties and the grossness and the not things that I don't want to really talk about in the next little bit of the video. I'm here at a business meeting. No, you're not going to come in and eat with me or anything like that, but I did want to kind of bring you on this journey with me. So, and it's also the only time that I've been able to find for myself. So anyway, and the reason I didn't want to talk about this is because the sense of feeling unworthy or unworthiness stems from fear. It stems from a whole bunch of things. I'm also coming off my ADHD meds after a number of years. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes with it. And yes, I am seeing a therapist. And yes, that is why I'm here today, to be able to talk about it. So if you follow along in my little video vlog today, I'm going to be giving you the good, bads, and the uglies. I'm going to be truthful and open and brutally honest. And I just hope that my video makes somebody out there not feel so alone, or feel weird because I feel weird, or feel odd or left out or left behind, or all kinds of stuff. So anyway, let's just put it out there and chat about it. So self-sabotage, let's talk about what I'm doing. And what I do is actually, I build things. I build businesses, I build processes and systems, and I make it all beautiful and operational, and so that it's automatic and automated, and it makes it easy. But the problem is then I get fearful. And I get this fear of starting, fear of moving on, fear of whatever. And then I start dismantling everything and justifying it as rebranding or repositioning or revisiting my products and service offering and so on. And at first, I didn't recognize it as self-sabotage until I had to recognize it as is. That's exactly what it was. was that I was justifying, absolutely justifying, that I was working on my business or working in my business, but really I was putting it together and then taking it all apart, and then putting it together and then taking it all apart. And because of that, I felt like I was actually doing something, but I really wasn't. I was absolutely doing nothing, moving not forward, but more behind. I was moving backwards, and then I'd get up to where I am, and then I'd move backwards again. I keep self-sabotaging myself in a proactive or productive way and justifying it through those kinds of means. And on the unworthy side, on the unworthy note, so a little known fact about me, I have been sober for about 2.5 years. I have dealt with a lot of the trauma and the whys of why I drank in the first place. And don't get me wrong, I was not a low bottom drinker. I just got to a point that I didn't like how much I was drinking and who I was when I drank. So I just gave it up. And part of that was dealing with all of the trauma, the whys. Why did I drink? But what was left was the stuff I really didn't want to touch, the stuff that was too hard for me to deal with. And that's where the feeling of unworthiness comes from today. So yes, my unworthiness ends up getting to a point where it actually paralyzes me. It makes me stop doing everything. I get to a point where I feel I don't deserve success. I don't deserve to do what I want. I don't deserve the people in my life. I don't deserve a whole bunch of things. And yes, it is associated to trauma. I'm not going to get into that side of it, but when I feel this sense of unworthiness, it really just stops me in the tracks. It makes me not do anything. And the unworthiness then, whether it causes the self-sabotage or the self-sabotage causes the unworthiness, they go back and forth. There's no rhyme or reason as to when they pop up. So I finally got to a point where I'm sick and tired of being on my ADHD meds. I decided to go off of them. I have been dealing with that. The whole changing your brain, coming back alive. I guess that's the only way that I can explain it. I realized my creative side of my life had disappeared. I want to paint again. I want to write again. And yes, I'm a published author. I want to do all of those things. And as much as I hate that I went through this period of unworthiness and self-sabotage and this feeling of being stuck and not moving anywhere and dismantling things, the biggest thing is that because I got sober and I did go and find help and dealt with all of my whys, I was very quick to recognize that I needed help. And I'm finally back and feeling normal again and wanting to be creative and wanting to also do my business, but it took me a while to get here. So anyway, I just want to say, if you've ever felt unworthy, if you ever felt that self-sabotage, just know that even after 30 years of being highly successful, I still have so many moments where it comes up, it creeps up. So isn't the human brain lovely? Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening. And just know I love you. Now, let's see. Heading back home now. Time to get back to work. Time to get back to the office. Ooh. Nice thing to come home to. A little Amazon package. And yes, I got my teleprompter in here. I got myself a little treat after having a really down time. But yes, I finally feel normal again and feel like I can produce and feel like I can move forward. So here we go. Let's look out for last quarter and all of 2025. I'm looking forward to what will come.